What up guys, it's Grant's Comics here, and today we will be reviewing Web of Spider-Man number 4. Boom, right there with another awesome cover. Man, these Web of Spider-Mans, their covers are always cool and awesome, but this obviously takes off where Web of Spider-Man 3 takes off, where they were in Paris and stuff like that. So towards the end of issue 3, there's like this Green Hulk, another alternate version of the Hulk, and he is like, he's there with the Web headquarters in France, where I explained in the last review that they went into the France's HQ, and it looks like the American HQ looks exactly the same as we saw in the first Web of Spider-Man issue. But the only thing is that, like I said, the Hulk, the alternate version of the Hulk, is in there. He is, or should I say, the Teenage Hulk is in there working on, new technology, new tech, and stuff like that for Web. But in this issue, that the France HQ, Web HQ, their tech is getting hacked too, and they're like, oh my gosh, this same shit happened back in America, back in New York, and of course they have to find out who is hacking, who keeps on hacking the Web's HQ. So they look, Iron Man does a small appearance, and he congrats these kids and Peter for landing the plane safely, but at the same time they have to figure out who keeps on hacking to the Web's HQ, like I said. So there's suspects. There's one of the suspects is the Green Goblin, the Red Goblin, stuff like that. And so you also see like a small cameo appearance of with the Red Goblin. I'll show you guys that after, when I show you guys the interior art. So they get all the suspects and stuff like that, and of course, as they're doing this, the Green Goblin appears. So the Green Goblin appears. He, attacks these kids, and at the same time, the Green Goblin appears in the real world, but in the cybernetic world, this like hologram Iron Man attacks the Web students, and the only way you cannot really attack, you can't attack a hologram. So the only way that they have to really fight the hologram is to go into the network, and they have to fight this hologram in the overdrive, in the driver, in the UPS, whatever you call it. And they beat this Iron Man, this hacking Iron Man, inside the network. But now Spider-Man and Squirrel Girl is in the real world, and they have to now fight the Green Goblin. So they fight the Green Goblin, but towards the end, it turns out that it's not the real. They find out that's not the real Green Goblin. It's actually a Cygob. So basically, it's a robot Green Goblin. So this issue is actually. See, here's the thing. Before I, get into the story, get into more of the review, I don't really count cameos as keys, but they are keys, but they're really tiny keys, not like full first appearances. They're keys, regardless if it's minor or not. So this issue is a minor cameo of Cygob, and it's really cool. You get to see Cygob on the end of the cover, so it was pretty cool. I actually like this issue. So I'm gonna show you guys the cover. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys the artwork. So one of my favorite parts here is the Hulk, I guess you can say. He's trying to tell the kids, one of you guys gotta go, blah blah blah. Here is the witnesses. I only know like 3 of these people. So I think this is the Hobgoblin. I think either the Hobgoblin or the Lizard. I think this is the Sandman. Harry Osborn. Who else do we got? We got Quicksilver. And then of course is one of my favorites. He's not my favorite, but he's I guess my favorite modern villain is Red Goblin. And this is where they actually use to. This is where what they actually use to get into the network. It's just like this VR type of thing. There you see Iron Man before he turns all bad, telling those guys congratulations on, you know, landing the plane safely. And then here's when things go bad. Right there, boom. And then right here, you can see the Green Goblin. The Green Goblin right there. He's basically following these guys everywhere they go. So this is when they're about to fight the holographic Iron Man. They use this VR helmet, which I think is pretty cool. Right there, they're inside the network. It's like a Tron type of deal. It's like a Tron thing, which is pretty cool. I've never watched Tron before, but every time when I saw that panel, it reminded me of Tron. Here is where Spider-Man fights the Green Goblin, and it turns out to be that it's not the real Green Goblin, because you can kind of see that this Green Goblin can snap into, just broke out of his web, Spider-Man's web. And here it says, so in this little panel where you can see where Spider-Man is right there, it says, call it intuitional, call it spider sense, call it whatever you want, but I know one thing in my bones, that's definitely not the real Green Goblin. But who is he? So again, here's the Iron Man thing, the Iron Man dude, or whatever. And then, like I said, they finally defeat the virus, the Iron Virus, as they call it. And then back in New York City, Squirrel Girl and Spider-Man is fighting the Side Gob, but you don't find out until you don't find out about this. They defeat the Side Gob a little bit. This is a cool picture of Spider-Man on the tower in Paris with the spider bot. So I think that's cool. Here's where Meldrick Strong, also known as the Side Gob, you see he's like half cyborg, half Green Goblin. So Meldrick Strong, if you guys don't know who he is, if you guys do know, if you guys are comic fans or even Spider-Man fans, you guys know Meldrick Strong is or was the assistant of Norman Osborn until he got fired. So I guess in this issue or next issue, which is Web of Spider-Man number 5, here's my small spec, and I don't spec things. In the next issue, Spider-Man is gonna have to fight the Side Gob, and the next issue is probably gonna be his first full appearance of the Side Gob. So I can't wait for the next issue, Web of Spider-Man number 5. Hopefully it's just out. If it's not out this Wednesday, hopefully it comes out next Wednesday. And if it does, I'm definitely gonna pick that up. So because I'm curious now. I'm very curious of what the Side Gob is gonna do with the students of Web, and what Spider-Man and Squirrel Girl is gonna do to Side Gob. Is he gonna beat Side Gob? Is Side Gob gonna, defeat them, or is Side Gob gonna escape? That's my question. That's my spec. I think that's the two things. Here's the thing. My spec is Side Gob is gonna escape, or he's gonna. I think he's gonna escape. That's my final spec. Cygob is gonna escape the next issues. Web of Spider-Man #5. Cygob escapes. But yeah, like I said, Meltram Strom is or was Norman Osborn's assistant until he got fired, and I think he turned bad or something. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, here's what the cover looks like. Cover looks clean. Boom. Right there, the bottom. Boom. Right there. But anyways, that's gonna be the review right now. What do you guys think of this review? Comment down below what you guys think. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and tell the comic book community to subscribe to Grant's Comics. Other than that, peace out. Alright.